Hey SpaceX, my name is Cameron McKnight and I'm from NC State University. This is my research video. In this life we've tried to uncover and discover many things. Some things we still haven't figured out, such as Yang-Mills theory, the Riemann hypothesis, and almost all except one of the 7 millennium prize problems. I've tackled a lot of them, two mainly, and I think I could show y'all something extraordinary. So from my research, I've been working with the Riemann hypothesis in order to discover if it's actually true, whether or not there are zeros that all lie on the critical line, or are there some zeros that don't lie on the critical line. Well, in formulating my proposition, I used the complex z to determine that all non-trivial zeros of this Riemann zeta function have a real part. Doing some calculations, forming this omega function into a vector, I was able to rewrite this omega function into a scalar quantity. Doing that allowed me to account for Hilbert space, in which I derived this omega function from. In doing that, I was able to search for zeros that lied on the critical line, but when I finally came to my senses, I actually found that there were some zeros that didn't lie on the critical line. If you want to learn more about that, contact me. With Yang-Mills theory, I specifically was trying to find the origin of the confinement. So in perturbation theory, it fails because of the strongly coupled force between the atoms. So if it's so uncontrollable in this wild theory that Lambda pole happens, this confining behavior, what specifically is the origin of this confinement? How can we use our mathematical tools to uncover this confinement? This is $1 million prize problem. So in thinking about this long and hard, I thought there had to be a way to do this, but a way we had not yet discovered. So in trying to formulate a new mechanism to calculate observables, I was able to take things that we wouldn't actually look to that would be part of this confinement that could possibly be the resulting behavior of this confinement. So in using a soft collinear effective theory rampage formula, I was able to develop a new mathematical tool in which I call KMG in order to calculate new observables. If you want to learn more about that, contact. My last research focus that I deal with at the time, well, I have one more, which is power systems and electronics, but I don't have much to offer there. But in my last one that I'm going to show you guys, I'm dealing with dark matter and dark energy. So in using my new mathematical tool of KMG that I was able to derive from Yang-Mills, I was able to utilize my certification in string theory, which I just acquired, to conduct an experiment in order to detect a dark energy particle. So what I used was a cloud chamber, customized cloud chamber. I used a depth ray, of which I constructed on my lonesome. I used one of my laptops, and I used a computerized telescope that you can purchase from Amazon. And of course, it was a refractor telescope, computerized. So what this experiment in detail was supposed to do was, it was supposed to launch a rocket into the stratosphere. A determined height wasn't calculated in my calculations, but it was supposed to go at least 10,000 feet, of which I constructed this own rocket, formulating it based on the Estes rocket that you can buy from Amazon or anywhere else. So in developing my own rocket and developing my own customized cloud chamber, and also putting a depth ray on it, I hope to launch a rocket into the stratosphere. The depth ray was supposed to shoot past things, and if it couldn't shoot past some certain thing at a certain frequency, it was able to relay a signal back to my laptop and give me calculations on why this wasn't supposed to happen. So basically, it was just supposed to see if there is something out there that hasn't been detected yet using a customized cloud chain. So in doing this, my results were actually extraordinary. I actually found a particle that I could actually name a dark energy particle based on calculations and information online that would consider I detected a dark energy particle. If you want to learn more about that content, thank you for your time.